ESPN on ABC.
We wish you a very Merry Christmas with a star-studded afternoon. Steph Curry's got 2 MVPs and 3 NBA World Champions. He will be taking on the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, your 2-time reigning MVP, and they're looking to get a victory over the Warriors, who have run the West for seasons. So since the Knicks squared off against the Providence Steamrollers in the league's 2nd season, Christmas Day games have been an NBA tradition. So while you may argue about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie, we all know that December 25th is an NBA day. For 73 years, jolly old St. Nick has been dropping off the gift of the game to homes across the world. So today, with a nod to your favorite holiday favorites and a lot of help from our animators, the Christmas tradition continues.
'Tis the end of one Scrooge of a year, where even NBA stars struggle to spark Christmas cheer. It's a time when a friendly exchange of glares can lead to the coup de grace of playground dares.
Man, come on, son.
Look, he might be the reigning MVP, but if he can't lead his squad out of the North, how good can that young buck really be?
The new season is here before our eyes, like a child's new gift, full of surprise. It's time to express what our hearts want to say. From a million miles, or at least 6 feet away. As tip-off time gets closer to home, on this day, nobody wants to be alone.
Kevin!
Let's finish the year strong, come what may. For hooray! We have NBA Countdown on Christmas Day.
Welcome to NBA Countdown.
Merry Christmas and welcome to our home all day long. Maria Taylor alongside Adrian Wojnarowski and Jalen Rose. Merry Christmas, fellas.
Merry Christmas.
How are you guys feeling? We got a wardrobe change. This is beautiful.
Absolutely. It's going to be a long day. We got to change and keep up and represent.
Well, we have already had 1 game start and get into the books, but we've got some superstars coming our way for game 2 in the 5 games of Christmas. Let's talk about the star-studded occasion between Steph Curry and Giannis. They've won 4 of the last 6 MVPs, with each winning in consecutive seasons. For Curry, though, and those Warriors, opening night was a little bit of a rough start. They lost by 26 points to the Nets. Steph finished with 20 points and 10 assists, but missed 8 threes in his first game since March. Meanwhile, for Giannis, he fell short in his pursuit of a title last season, became the 4th player to win consecutive MVPs. But here's the 2-time MVP on working toward a championship.
Like, it's going to hurt. It's not going to be easy. You know, and MJ went through that. LeBron went through that. Like, a lot of great players went through that. You cannot expect that you're just going to walk through the park and just win a championship. They're going to give you the championship. You know, that's what I mean. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be easy. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to get eliminated. You're going to get humiliated. You're going to get all those things part of being great.
So we understand that winning a championship obviously is going to be a walk in the park. But Jalen, break it down to us what Giannis really means when he's saying it has to hurt to make it there.
Building a legacy, staying loyal to Milwaukee. He talked about being 18 years of age, going there and seeing young kids with this jersey on and realizing he didn't want to leave that town, and they burned his jersey. He saw it happen to other great players, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. He wants to see the process through and actually bring a championship to Milwaukee. And for me, that's refreshing to see a guy that got drafted, became a back-to-back MVP, wanted to try to give back to that city.
Yeah, and I talked to their co-owner, Mark Lazary, about that. And the one thing they did when they were trying to convince Giannis to stay before he signed the contract was they didn't play on that sentimentality. They know the depths of his loyalty. But what they really sold him on was that they were as driven and determined as an organization, an ownership group, a front office, a coaching staff, that they wanted to win as much as he did. And that this window of 5 years now, that they're going to pull out every stop to do that.
Well, we always hear Jalen keep saying, like, it's Merry Christmas for Giannis. He signed the biggest deal in NBA history. We saw that they added Drew Holiday to their roster. They're trying to prove that, like you said, Woj, they want to win. Do they have enough, though, to do it this season?
I believe they do. And one of the things great players have to sometimes do is look within. And for the Milwaukee Bucks to actually achieve their goals, Maria, Giannis is going to have to be a better free throw shooter, a better three-point shooter, and more effective late when he has the basketball in his hands. They have a team with a lot of cohesion and a lot of talent. Chris Middleton is a terrific player, and I'm pretty sure he surprised a lot of people the way he played in the playoffs when Giannis wasn't available. And Drew Holiday is an upgrade at the point guard spot. He's going to be an all-star in the East, so I believe they do have enough.
And as you said, Jalen, when they have fallen short, Giannis has looked within. You've never seen him point fingers. It's always been, I need to get better, what I need to do. And when you have a franchise player who talks that way, thinks that way, it sets a tone for the whole organization.
Okay, well, let's talk about the other sideline in those Warriors, because they were obviously a non-factor last year with injuries to Steph, Klay, Draymond, everyone. Steph is back. Draymond's working back from an injury. We will not see a Klay Thompson. What does Steph have to do this season to make them a factor in the West?
Well, it's been about a celebration of the Bay with the versus battle, E40 and Too Short. We got the Warriors on today. And the thing I want to see, the old Steph Curry. I know there's no Klay Thompson, but remember the back-to-back reigning MVP, that gentleman who's been the only unanimous MVP in the history of the NBA? We're going to need him to play like that. And we saw when KD, as we mentioned, left OKC, Russ got them to the playoffs. Dame Dollar's task in Portland is to get them to the playoffs. Steph's was before they even added KD and won 3 championships. Now this season, to see him healthy and to be back in the conversation for best players in the game and best point guard, that's what I want to see from Steph Curry.
Yeah, I think Golden State is in a similar place as San Antonio in 2011. They had an aging core with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. They needed a second wind as an organization. They drafted Kawhi Leonard, and it gave them another run to be a champion. In the next 18 months, next year in Golden State, listen, they drafted James Wiseman at number 2. He's got a chance to be an all-star in the middle. But they have one of the most valuable assets in the league. They have Minnesota's first-round pick from the D'Angelo Russell trade in 2021. This next draft is loaded, one of the best in years. And they've got to find that player who can help escort those guys into their mid-30s there and give them some star quality. Now, maybe it's through a trade, maybe it's using that pick, but that's of great value to Golden State because right now, even with Klay Thompson coming back next year, they're not good enough to win a title as they're built.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Steph Curry turning 33 in March, but Wiseman, he's 19. He had 19 points on opening night, but obviously not enough. They fell by 26 points to the Nets in that opener. Well, coming up on our special NBA Countdown Christmas Day edition, we got to talk about Kevin Durant's debut, and he did deliver, but can Brooklyn really be the nice guys in the Eastern Conference? And who is going to be seen as naughty when it comes to the matchups in the East? Today only, though, basketball fans can play in a free NBA pool on DraftKings for a shot at $10,000.